Alright, all you listeners of the madness, and I guess a couple of you wrestling fans out there as well tonight, welcome back to Under the Radar. And now for the first time in a long time, because we forgot how long since the last time we've done it, it is now time for us to go under the ring for a very special pre-WrestleMania edition of Takeover Portland from Portland, Oregon. And yes, we finally got it right, even though we said it was Portland Takeover during the intro. So sue me, Maestro, we make mistakes here. But besides that ballpark error that would kick off this said show, folks, Takeover Portland would kick off with a metal concert with cool costumes from none other than Poppy, but then would kick off with the North American Championship, seeing Keith Lee going one-on-one against Dominik Dijakovic. And I got a feeling if the announcers didn't say his last name for so long, I would have probably gotten that wrong too. And speaking of getting things wrong, folks, during this match, I had thought this was going to be a hoss fight for the ages, but turned out to be a cruiserweight slugfest from Budapest between these two titans of the ring. Not only seeing a avalanche feast your eyes from the top rope for a near fall, but also seeing Keith Lee pulling off a beautiful Hurricane Rana during this match for a near fall. And to counteract that, Dominik Dijakovic would be able to pull off a beautiful springboard rope flip senton to the outside of the ring on Keith Lee while he was sitting in a chair. Incredible for a man of that height and size. And oh, before I forget, and thank you for reminding me, Maestro, to further impress me, he would also be able to pull off a Spanish fly only for a near fall. Yes, Dominik Dijakovic would be able to pull off a Spanish fly to Keith Lee of all people during this match, which would still not be enough to defeat the North American champion. But in the end, the Big Bang catastrophe would hit from Keith Lee, leaving Keith Lee still your North American champion via pinfall. And after the match was over, as a sign of respect, both men would hug it out in the center of the ring and would celebrate, giving us a wonderful start to this beautiful takeover event. And it would only get better from there, folks, because the next match that would take place would see none other than Lady Kane herself, Tegan Knox, going one-on-one against her former tag team partner and leader of Team Kick, Dakota Kai. And during this said street fight, before it could even begin, Dakota Kai would take full advantage by trying to take out Tegan Knox during her entrance, only for them to fight in the crowds, spear through the barricades, and would even see Tegan Knox getting reversed into a DDT on the barricade itself, only for a near fall for the Kick leader herself. And then this match would get extremely ugly with garbage cans, chains, scorpion kicks, shiniest wizards, and we even see Tegan Knox trying to finish the job by putting a steel chair around the neck of one Dakota Kai and was just about to go off the top rope with something wicked, only for none other than Raquel Gonzales to come from out of nowhere and do a Kali bomb to Tegan Knox for the table not only not to break, but for Tegan to break in half once it happened, giving enough advantage for Dakota Kai to come from out of nowhere, get the 3 count, and beat her former tag team partner during Takeover Portland via pinfall. And after the match was over, Raquel Gonzales would hold her hand up high and celebrate alongside with her. Really? I don't even know who this girl is. I gotta do my research in the near future. But either way, that was a nasty Kali bomb from the top rope, or as what New Legacy Inc. would say, a 1031. And it really did turn her experience for revenge straight into Halloween. And besides my silly metaphors, folks, the next match to take place on NXT Takeover Portland would see none other than Johnny Gargano, aka Johnny Takeover, aka Johnny Wrestling, going one-on-one against the Dark Prince of NXT himself, Finn Balor. And during this match, Johnny Takeover would prove why he was called Johnny Takeover and Johnny Wrestling by really bringing the fight to one Finn Balor during this match, and even would be able to try to do a slingshot spear to Finn Balor during this match and would connect. But ultimately, thanks to some John Woo drop kicks on the outside of the ring, even one on the announce table all the way toward the barricade, almost sending Johnny Gargano out of his shoes, Finn Balor would ultimately regain control during this match and hit a beautiful coup de grace, then go for his 1916, better known as a Bloody Sunday, ultimately taking out Johnny Wrestling out of this event with a very disrespectful pinfall and the win during this said contest. And not to mention, after the match was over, would say some harsh remarked words to Johnny Takeover, all while choking him out while he was already down. Yikes. I mean, the match was intense enough already, but to do that, that's wrong, man. That's wrong. Well, you know, hey, anything to prove a point here, folks. And the next match to take place on TakeOver would be between none other than the EST of NXT of none other than Bianca Belair going one-on-one against Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship. And before this match could even begin, beautiful outfit from none other than Bianca Belair with a Macho Man Randy Savage-like cape with the words "Making Black History" on the back, and even on her outfit too. Nice. And she would definitely try to make Black history during this said match against Rhea Ripley, and would give her everything that she had, including using her hair during this said match into a gorilla press slam during the said contest, and even was able to counter Rhea Ripley to the outside of the ring and do a rope flip senton during this said contest for a near fall. But ultimately, this match would come to an end again after a fight on the top rope would end with Rhea Ripley getting the better of one EST of NXT, leading to a spin-out version of the Riptide for Rhea Ripley to win this match and retain her NXT Championship via pinfall. But ultimately, after the match was over, yeah, Charlotte Flair would retaliate for what happened to her on NXT about 2 weeks ago by not only clocking Rhea Ripley in the back of the head, but would also answer her challenge by saying, "I'll see you at WrestleMania," hitting her with a natural selection and even taking out Bianca Belair on the outside of the ring, adding more insult to injury from her loss. So, for the first time in the history of NXT, we will see the NXT Championship defended on the grandest stage of them all, on the Showcase of the Immortals, at WrestleMania 36 in less than, I guess about 50 nights away? I could be wrong with that mathematics, folks, but either way, it's gonna be one hell of a contest. And the next match to take place on this NXT TakeOver pay-per-view would see none other than the Broserweights of Pt.1 and Matt Riddle going one-on-one against the Red Dragon of the Undisputed Era of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly for the NXT Tag Team Championship. But before this match could even begin, and with all the shenanigans that the Broserweights have brought prior coming to NXT Portland, or TakeOver Portland since I keep getting it wrong, they would lead the fans in a sing-along with a fish on the side of the screen for Bobby Fish, telling everybody at home how much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish. I don't know why, but it's very catchy, and the fact that I'm able to say that instead of the whole "how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood," and I was able to accomplish that too, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly would not find any humor in it and would bring the fight to them immediately during their sing-along. And during this said tag team warfare type match, action will go back and forth, and would even see Red Dragon doing their classic finish of chasing the dragon and almost retaining the NXT Tag Team Championships with that said move, only for near fall. But the match will come to an emphatic end with a beautiful GTS Insecurity combination for the prophecy of the Undisputed Era to slip away by one more title, with the team of the Broserweights becoming your new NXT Tag Team Champions via pinfall. And by the way, this tag team is slowly but surely really starting to remind me of Head Cheese with Al Snow and Steve Blackman, with the only exception that, they got the belts and Head Cheese never truly got the championships. I would have loved to see them become tag team champions too, but hey, wasn't in the cards. And speaking of the cards, folks, the next match that we have up on the pay-per-view card would be the main event of the evening, which would see the Blackheart of NXT, Tommaso Ciampa, going one-on-one against, and excuse me folks, we gotta back up from the microphone for this one, Adam Cole, baby, for the NXT Championship. And during this match, Adam Cole will try to stop the bleeding Blackheart of NXT by any means necessary, including doing a Panama Sunrise on the outside of the ring, only for Tommaso Ciampa to respond back with not one but two disgusting power bombs through the announce table, causing the announce table to break on the second one during this match, only for the action to return back inside the ring. Adam Cole getting the advantage once again with a last shot to the back of the head of one Tommaso Ciampa, only for a near fall. And ultimately, this match will come to an end despite all the interference from the Undisputed Era and Tommaso Ciampa technically getting this title in his grasp once again with a fairy tale ending in the center of the ring but no referee to count it, would see his best friend and brother-in-arms and former DIY partner of Johnny Gargano to show up to try to help him, only for him to actually continue their bitter rivalry by hitting him in the head with the championship. And by him, folks, I mean Tommaso Ciampa getting hit in the head with Goldie, only for Adam Cole to take full advantage of it to keep one championship still in the Undisputed Era's camp via pinfall. And the night would wrap up with not only Why Johnny Why chants, but also would end with the broken heart of the Blackheart of NXT to just stare at the ceiling with a tear in his eye with the fact that he was not able to accomplish what he set out to do when he said he was going to return back from injury, and chances are going to lead into a 6 to probably year-long war once again with Johnny Gargano. Which, I'm not gonna lie folks, I would really love to see, but at the same time, after the last time they tried to kill each other, yeah, I got a feeling it's not gonna end well. And join us next time, folks, when we review a pay-per-view for Under the Radar that will not be Under the Ring, but will be on March 8th for the Elimination Chamber that will take place in an area that Maestro forgot to write down. Thank you, Maestro. You're embarrassing me on the microphone. And with that said, folks, I think it's time for us to go back into these musical tunes, and when we return, we'll be back with more madness from Under the Radar as Under the Radar continues right after this. So don't get lost in the madness just yet, folks, and stay tuned.